Hey friends, we was going to make another water pie or Sprite pie this time, but I think we'll do that next time. This time we're still going to stick with the Depression era goodies, and we're going to fix us an egg custard like transparent pie, which transparent pie actually was invented pretty close to me in Maysville, Kentucky. I'm in Paris, Kentucky, and that's where transparent pie was invented. Believe it or not, that was George Clooney's favorite dessert. So, transparent pie and a custard has a couple of differences. Transparent pie uses a heavy whipping cream or something like that and uses vanilla. Egg custard uses actually nutmeg or something. So, we're actually going to take an egg custard and use vanilla instead of nutmeg. So, we're going to kind of cross them. So, without further ado, let's get into this, show you what we got. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take me an egg white here and I'm going to brush this in our pie shell. Maybe. And this will keep it from getting soggy in the baking process. It'll actually bake this crust in. So we're actually going to do this around the outside edge a little bit. And keep it going. And friends, if you don't mind, would you check and see if you subscribed? I would sure appreciate that if you would. Helps me grow, and if you don't mind, hit that like button. I'd sure appreciate that. Lets the algorithm know you like our content, and helps it spread around, get pushed around, to other people. I'd sure appreciate that. And while you're at it, turn on notifications so you'll know when my next video comes out. I try to stick with Mondays and Fridays, but Mondays don't always happen. Sometimes it's Tuesday, Wednesday, but keep up with my shorts and it'll let you know what I've got coming out and when. And, this is Billy T. Gardens in the kitchen for another episode or video of our Depression era treats. Like I said, our last video of our water pie or Sprite pie, as you know, it didn't come out right. And that's the way it happens sometimes. But I feel that I should share my failures along with my successes. That pie actually bakes from science, like our Wacky cake did. And we just didn't put it together right, I don't think. We're going to slide this shell in here for a minute, and I've got a pan in here that's been sitting here while my oven preheated on about 400. And we're just going to slide that in there while we put our inside together. So we're going to start out with 4 whole eggs and an extra yolk just to give it a little extra taste. And extra egg yolk helps a lot. And like I said, instead of nutmeg, I'm gonna put us some vanilla in here. Like so, maybe a little more. Okay. Too much, just right. Okay. And then we need is about a cup of sugar and a cup of milk. So back in the Depression, they cooked with what they had. And most farms had chickens and milk cows and stuff. So besides a water pie, it's a very good possibility that they made egg custards and different types of custards. A custard is just all what you put in it. 1 cup of milk. 1, 2, like so. Okay. And we're going to get our mixer out here and mix this just a little bit. Well, actually, mix it pretty good. And then put our flour in, and we're ready to go in the oven. This was actually my brother's. This was actually my brother's favorite recipe during Christmas. My grandmother always made transparent pies. And fresh eggs, the yolks like to get wrapped around the beaters. The flour, beat all this in here. There we go. Yeah, them eggs, they just give us some more richness, more of a rich flavor. So, see if our crust can take but a few minutes for a crust. See if that is set up a little. And it looks like it has. So, we're just going to take this and dump it right in here. Like that. Okay. Now all we're going to do is put it back in our oven here. And try to keep from making a mess. And there we go. Real steady like. And we're going to drop our temperature here to about 300. And now we're going to let that cook for 45 minutes to an hour or till the top is set. And we'll let that bake for 45 minutes to an hour till our custard is set and our top is finished. And we can insert a toothpick or whatever into it like a cake and it comes out clean. So, till then, we'll see if this turns out okay. I'm sure it will because I've made many of them. So, a good treat, a good sweet, to eat after dinner, something you can put together quick and bake, a pie shell and those few ingredients, and there you are. So, when it's done, I'll show you what we have. Don't go nowhere, friends. This is so good. Hey, folks, I'm back. And as usual, how do you know when something's done in the oven? You can smell it, right? And I can smell it. So let's see if that test still holds true. See what we got. Look at there. Jiggles like it should. Pulled away from the sides. We are finished. So let's get this thing out of the oven. Like so. And there we go. I did end up, the top's a little dark because I did end up sprinkling a little cinnamon, just a little nutmeg on top, just to add a little more flavor profile. I can never leave anything alone. So we're going to let this cool real good, and then we'll get us a bite. And I'm telling you, these are so good. So here's what we got, folks. Doesn't it look good? Because it is. So we'll let this cool down, and when it's cool enough, we'll get us a bite and show you what we got. Again, folks, don't go nowhere. We'll be back. Hey, friends, we're back, and it's the next day, but our pie is done, and my wife and me, we just got a piece. I ain't tried it yet. She says it's good, but let's see how this egg custard pie come out. Let me show you. Came out beautifully. Egg custard pie. Let's see what we have. Looks good. That is very good. Of course, if you don't want as much as the egg taste, cut back on the eggs. Try to. But I went with, what did we use? 3 in a yolk, 4 in a yolk, something like that. And it come out very well. I really like that. So I've made these before only using 2 eggs, which was transparent pie. But this time we went with more eggs to make an egg custard pie twisted with transparent pie. And it came out really well. So try that, folks. So this has been Billy T. Gardens in the kitchen for another Depression era treat. Came out very well. Not like our last one, our water pie, which we're going to do again. So what will it be next time? Well, I'm either going to try another water pie, or we're going to try a imitation apple pie using no apples at all. No applesauce, nothing like that. We'll see what we come up with. One or the other, we'll try. Tune in and check it out and see what we come up with, see what we're going to do. Anyways, this has been Billy T. Gardens in the kitchen for another Depression era goodie. Thank y'all so much. Love you. Till next time. Thank you, guys. See ya.